Atomicon 2025 is coming May 3rd and 4th at the Trident Technical College Convention Center in North Charleston, South Carolina. This fan-driven celebration of all things geeky celebrates its 11th year with guest of honor Delilah Dawson's, Charleston Absent Friends, the annual film festival, panels, podcasts, costume contests, and so much more. Go to atomicon.org for tickets and more information, and we'll see you there.
When a group of high school seniors accidentally awaken the spirits of murdered British soldiers, Georgetown becomes a battleground once again as they fight for their lives. Check out Redcoats, the thrilling horror novel from Jonathan Phoenix, available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Valmont, The Black Raven Chronicles, written by Jonathan Miller, produced at FBL Studios in Charleston, South Carolina. Series composer Paul Flowers, sound director Nick Haney. Chapter 2.
Midnight Wood. The boss here me to pick you up and take you to your hotel so you could settle in.
Is there a reason Mr. Simon couldn't come and greet me himself?
You see, the boss was handling some other business, but he said he'd have a guide for you who he has complete faith in. I'll introduce tonight at the Harbor Club. He spared no expense on your accommodations. He figured you want to shower and rest before getting started.
I don't need any rest, and I was born in the city. I hardly need a guide. Does he understand why I'm here?
The boss spoke to your family earlier, ma'am. He knows just how serious this is, and so do I. The rest just think you're an architect.
An architect? Now that is an interesting cover. And Mr. Simon trusts you enough to let you know the details of my visit, but not enough to be my guide.
The boss said he wanted to give you someone who could go anywhere. I think you'll like the guy. He takes good care of people.
Interesting. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Frank, ma'am.
Very well, Frank. Take my bags to the hotel and leave them in my room. Have the front desk hold my key until I get there. But first, take me to my father. We have much to discuss before dawn.
I just can't believe you're actually telling me you think I'm a vampire. You know they're make-believe, right? Like a fairy tale. They don't exist.
Mr. Valmont, I can assure you they do exist. But for argument's sake, what other explanation explains your miraculous recovery? You've hardly a scratch now, yet you died. Not more than 6 hours ago, on that table right there.
Maybe I wasn't dead. And maybe it was all just minor wounds. Maybe all I have is a concussion. Your equipment is just faulty.
I was hoping not to show you this, but here. Tell me what you see here.
That's my shirt. And that's a lot of blood. Was that my blood?
Every drop. When they brought you to me, you were severely injured. Here, look at the back of the shirt.
What the hell? Those holes are huge and really jagged. How did...
Mr. Valmont, I was doing everything I could to stop the bleeding. This wound here went through your right lung and exited in a 2-inch gash on your chest. Your throat was practically ripped out, and you were partially eviscerated. You died, sir, right there, and then I watched your body just stitch itself back together and drain the blood bags we'd hung. So what do you call that?
I mean, a miracle, I guess. I don't know, but I wouldn't jump straight to vampire.
I didn't jump straight to vampire. I tested your blood. Come, I'll show you. Look at this screen here. On the left here is a sample of ordinary human blood. O positive. Like the bottle I gave you before that electrolyte drink. Now on the right here is your blood. See the difference?
No. What's the difference? They look the same to me.
How can you not see that Wait a minute. That's not right.
What's not right?
Your blood looks completely normal. I must have mixed the samples up. Quickly. Give me a finger.
Ow! What the fuck?
I need a fresh sample to see. Fascinating. Not a trace of the cellular breakdown that was there before. It's as if once you're healed, your blood returned to normal. It's possible he has a natural immunity. When he was dying, his system was too weak. But once he healed, the natural antibodies kicked in. Could this be used to create a serum, perhaps? Or is it uniquely linked to his genetic code? Perhaps he's a distant descendant.
Doc! What the hell is going on? What are you babbling about?
Yes, terribly sorry. Whatever it was that caused your miraculous healing was most likely foreign. I believe it seems that when you healed, your immune system took over and removed the infection. I will have to run some tests to be sure, but for now, I see no reason to keep you here for further treatment. However, before you leave, I will need to draw some blood.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a plan, I guess. By the time I got done with the doc, the sun was coming up. The doc arranged for a ride to get me back to my truck. Getting through morning traffic slowed me down, and I pulled into my garage just before 7:30. Just enough time to get a shower. I ran upstairs to my apartment, stripped, and climbed into the shower. When I got out, I noticed I had forgotten my gun and my knife. If I had even wanted to consider not going back there, I couldn't do it now. I got dressed and was pulling my hair into a ponytail when I heard a noise coming from my office. I rushed to the hall and pressed on a panel that revealed my gun cabinet, and since I didn't have my .44, I grabbed the next best thing, my .357 Magnum. I checked the pistol, loaded it, rested it on my hip, and made my way to the end of the hall, to the door that led to my office. I flung the door open and found Chuckles and his henchman Frank sitting in my lobby.
Valmont, mon ami. I hope you don't mind, but we'll let ourselves in. You live in a most unsavory neighborhood, and we didn't feel safe waiting outside, right, Frank?
That's right, boss. Didn't feel safe.
Well, I guess having you grease on my doorstep would be bad for business. Nothing's broken, right?
Always the mercenary, Afraig. So refreshing, isn't it, Frank? The only man in the city that can't be bought, but is always available for rent.
He does good work too, boss.
That it does, Frank. Yet I heard you were going straight after your failed romance with that young officer. What was her name?
Sarah, Sergeant Klein's daughter.
Terrible thing when love falls apart. I hear she ripped your heart right out and stomped on it. Now, Afraig, I am a businessman and your friend. There's no bad blood between us. If you would prefer to avoid my less than honest word, I will hire somebody else for it. Let us maintain our long-standing friendship.
So this isn't a job to rough up the competition or guard some warehouse?
Let's discuss the details in your office, my friend, like true businessmen should. Besides, I know you have that fine whiskey. Oh, and those Cubans, too. Now, I know I do not visit you often, but I must say, every time I'm here, It looks more and more like something from a Bogart movie.
Yeah, I was going more for the Eddie Valiant look, hence the Roger Rabbit photo.
I can't believe I missed that. It must be the charm in your noir-style decorations. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, Valmont. Because I like you, and I know you can't be bought.
All right, Leslie, let me have it.
See that right there. You use my name with respect, not out of fear or because you're trying to score points. No. You look at me and you see a man just like you and treat me like I treat you. It's how you are with everybody. From Afraig Valmont, you get exactly what you give, sometimes doubled. This is why you and I are friends.
I don't fear anyone, and I'm no better than anyone. I'm just me. I hope that's not the secret.
Exactly. Now, when I was on the inside, it's no secret I had some friends who, let's just say they gave me their support. Now, for years, people thought I was a main man on the payroll of some big cartel. Some people even think I got a guy up in D.C. who gives me orders, but the truth is, it's none of the above.
I started the DC rumor a few months ago. Said a senator was bankrolling you to keep him in office.
Honestly, I should be mad, but I like the idea that they think I'm in politics. But the truth is, it's not anything like that. I've been supporting a group of refugees who have ties to old money. And I mean really old money. I get them what they can't get legally, and they're from my enterprises here and there.
So what, are you working with some kind of terrorist or something? I mean, if they have that much money, why do they need you?
Oh, it's not like that. These people have been hiding here for a while, trying to keep themselves secret. They have experienced persecution and just want to be left alone. Look, it's really not important. What matters is that I owe them everything, and they have some issues lately.
So these folks are your private cash cow. Why tell me? I get the trust thing, but what's the real reason?
My friends are having a problem. One that could very much ruin everything they have here. Of course, I offered to send in some heavy hitters to fix it, but they called in their own fixer.
So they solved the problem. Are you worried you're getting pushed out or something?
Oh, not at all. I'm quite good at what I do. No, the issue is this fixer needs a guide while in town, one a bit smarter and with more access than Frank.
You could just hand them a rock and it'd be smarter than Frank. No offense to him, but he's Frank. Plus, everybody knows Frank rarely leaves your side.
Frank has his moments. All I'm saying is I need someone I can trust watching over the situation.
Are you two an item?
I'm not his type. He prefers bears.
Really? Who would have guessed? Frank likes the bears. Go figure.
Yes. Now, do you understand the job?
What's the pay?
It's $2,000 a day, plus expenses. And I'll give you 2 days up front now. I just need your word. You'll be at the Harbor Club tonight.
Well,
Au revoir. Let's go, Frank. We can get ice cream. Oh, and Afraig, by the by, please leave the fedora here. You look atrocious in it.
he doesn't know what he's talking about. I look awesome in this hat.
I'm sorry, Afraig. I didn't mean to run into you.
No problem, Gabe. Probably my fault. Let me help you up.
Thank you, Afraig. I appreciate it. Say, you wouldn't be able to lend me a couple of dollars so I could get a bite to eat, could you?
Of course, man. Here's $20.
Afraig, you are an angel, sir. Always taking care of who you can. Good's gonna come to you, I tells you. Good's gonna come.
Good afternoon, sir. How may I...
If it helps, the rest of the giants are much taller. I'm the runt.
Sorry, I'm Aaron. What can I get you today?
Let me get a large Philly with fries and a large sweet tea.
That will be $11.75.
Here's a 20, miss. Keep the change. Miss Morningstar, to what do I owe the displeasure this time?
Oh, come now, Mr. Valmont. You and I both know Chauncey's is sacred ground. Rest assured, my happening upon you is completely by chance.
Gee, Sam, I'm sorry. I guess since every time I see your family, I'm used to someone losing their home or job.
My father and brother handle the real estate Afraig. I deal in divorce. And since you're here in front of me, there's this nasty little case I'm handling, and I need someone I can trust to be discreet. Senator Kinsey's wife is leaving him. Think you could find some dirt for me? I pay rather handsomely.
So you thought you'd just casually ask me to create dirt on an innocent woman so you can protect the sleazebag senator? I'm not interested, and I'm not stupid. Hey, why don't you ask Satan? You guys are family, right, Ms. Morningstar?
Why, I recall a time when you would pummel the boys who picked on my last name. Have we really grown that far apart? Besides, I'm well aware of how your moral compass works. I represent the wife in this matter. She has decided to leave the sleazebag senator.
Yeah, well, back then you weren't covered in slime and willing to sell out your own mother for a win.
I can't help it if I'm good at my job. I do what I must so my clients are happy. Don't you do the same?
My clients aren't greedy, soulless, and cruel.
Oh, so you're not working for Chuckles?
Chuckles isn't soulless or cruel.
Neither is Miss Kinsey. She simply married a soulless, greedy, cruel scumbag. And I intend to ensure he can't hurt her any more than he already has.
Here's your order, sir. Oh, Miss Morningstar? Your order is ready as well.
Why, thank you, darling. Well, old friend?
Well, even if I wanted to, I'm booked up for the next few days. I've got a dog to find and a client that needs me to handle some things.
Some things, Always busy, you. But that won't be a problem. There's no rush. Divorces take time. Often years. Here. I'll just leave this file and trust you've still got the detective skills I remember so well. Oh, well. Seems that girl left her number. You should give her a ring. Being single has given you an awful demeanor. Oh, and Afraig, do try not to be such a stranger.
After Samantha left, I was able to eat my lunch in peace. The past 24 hours have been weird enough without a visit from the ghost of bad decisions past showing her face. I honestly thought my day couldn't get any weirder when I noticed a pair of police cars parked right in front of my warehouse. And the cops were both out pointing weapons at... Holy shit, that's Gate.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to put your hands up and get out of the street.
I really can't do this right now. Can't you see you're disturbing them? Sorry, my brother's a little rude.
Sir, please listen to my partner and exit the street.
Now see what you've done? They're upset. All because you can't accept that Hot Rod was just trying to help. He did not kill Optimus. You understand what I'm saying?
Whoa. Ease up, Turner and Hooch. He's just a harmless old man, for fuck's sake. Hey, buddy, you okay?
Hey, Afraig, man. You get what I'm saying, right? Megatron was going to shoot either way. Hot Rod was just trying to help.
Yeah, of course, bud. Have a seat. Let's just talk to these guys. They're obviously Voltron fans and don't get it. Guys, can we lower the weapons, please? He's harmless and he's out of the street. No need to go all training day on him.
All right, maybe he's not a threat. Can I see your ID, sir?
Yeah, sure. Here. I'm Afraig Valmont. This is my warehouse. I live upstairs.
Valmont, just the guy we were looking for. I'm gonna need you to step over here.
What is going on here? I ordered you to do a ride-by and let me know if he was here. Not make it look like a scene from Cops.
When we got here, the guy was in the street and wouldn't follow commands.
So we prepared to deploy tasers when Mr. Valmont inserted himself into the situation.
I'm sorry, you're gonna do what now?
Turner and Hooch here were about to tase Gabe, the super old harmless gentleman who lives on this block. And I calmed the situation.
Valmont, not right now.
That's how he approached us, sir. So we were about to detain him.
Yeah, he has that way about him. Even if he probably saved you two from tasing a harmless old man. I mean, really, was he that threatening?
I didn't make any threats, Sergeant. I was just talking to my older brother. Right, Mike? Mike? Now, where did he go?
He's probably waiting for you inside, Gabe. You go on in and maybe get you some rest, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. How do you know Mike had a key to my place?
All right, Turner and Hooch. Get back in your cars and get back on patrol. And remind me to never send you to check on something for me again.
Which one of us is he calling the dog?
I don't know. And I'm not waiting to find out.
You know, you could call if you want to have a chat. Or is Sarah checking your phone?
Shut it, kid. I didn't call because I wanted to talk face to face. What my daughter has to say about it doesn't matter to me none.
All right. So we're here face to face. What's on your mind?
Heard Chuckles came by to see you today. That true?
He has a client who wanted him to make an introduction. Simple tour guide job. Nothing illegal there. I don't see where that concerns the police.
Probably doesn't, but you know how things are and how they look aren't always the same. Something's going on in this city, and I bet my badge, Chuckles, is involved in one way or another.
What, you think he's planning a fifth bank job? Didn't he pull his last one over a decade ago? Seems kind of late for an encore.
No, damn it, this isn't about a damn robbery. People have been going missing, around 27 so far, and quite a few had recent dealings with your delinquent friend. Maybe it's him, or maybe somebody's trying to take him down. Either way, kid, you're working with him again and you need to watch your ass. Though, I can't say I understand why you work with someone like him. You'd make a hell of a cop.
Oh, come on. Not this speech again.
No speech, bud. Just stating a fact. You're smart. You've got good instincts, and you're a good detective. You really would make a good cop.
Thanks. Coming from you, that's a compliment. But you know that life isn't for me.
This life isn't for you either, bub. You're a good kid. I don't know what happened between you and Sarah, and I don't want to know. Facts are what matters to me. And the fact is, there's a lot more you could be doing. It'd be a waste for something to happen to you walking in the shadows the way you do.
I'll keep my head on a swivel, Sarge, but believe me, I'm not the saint you think I am.
Funny thing about saints, Afraig. They weren't saints either till they were. Keep your head up, Marine.
Hoorah, Sarge.
So as you can see, the carrier's bite spreads the infection. Of the 28 victims so far, 8 did not survive, and the status of last night's victim is still unknown.
You said 28, but there are only 19 in the facility and 8 fatalities. Where's the last victim?
Dr. Johnson was treating him. He must still have him in his ward.
Then take me to Dr. Johnson. I need to see the state of the latest victim.
Valmont, The Black Raven Chronicles is written by Jonathan Miller. Voice direction by Jacqueline Burns. Sound design by Marshawn Fry. Our sound director is Nick Haney. Series composer Paul Flowers.
I play the
Theme song, Bring the Night, written and performed by the band Midgard, featuring the voices of E.C. Hart, Abigail Helms, Corey Bishop, Adam Rose, Sam Saunders, Jacqueline Burns, Edel Valentine, Josh Slavinik, Marshawn Fry, and David Whitney. Please support the podcast by going to patreon.com/The Carolina Storyteller. Hey folks, it's John. Thanks for listening to the second episode of Valmont. I hope that you enjoyed it. While the podcast is always going to be free for you to listen to, it's not free to make, which is why we have sponsors and why we have Patreon. You can support the podcast by going to patreon.com/The Carolina Storyteller and joining for as low as $1. I'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon members, and they are Connor Jong, Jeremy Rickinson, The Josh and Polly Show, David, Gloria, Liz, Alexa, FireX Gaming, Anna Lenise Wallace, Otaku Bunny, Corey Bishop, Dragon Queen Jacqueline, Killing 15 Minutes, Truth or Demon Podcast, Applesauce, Adrian Michael Nina, and Natasha Klein. Thank you all for your support, and again, you can support this show by going to patreon.com/The Carolina Storyteller. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.